Greetings everyone, I'm Brandon and this is my partner Tina.
Hi.
Today we take a look at a very well-known chapter of psychology called Deindividuation, which can be caused by social influence and other various factors.
Individuation is a concept in social psychology that is generally thought of as the loss of self-awareness in groups.
We humans normally carry our sense of identity around with us, and we're very aware of how we're supposed to follow the most common social norms and behaviors. However, we can sometimes lose ourselves, our identity. This is known as deindividuation.
Definition in the most basic sense, we define it as a psychological state occurring in group members that results in the loss of individuality and a tendency to do things not normally done when alone. The four most important factors for deindividuation are anonymity, so I cannot be found out; diffuse responsibility, so I'm not responsible for my actions; arousal, how excited I am; group size, as a group gets larger, it increases the above three factors.
An example would be at a stadium where large crowds of people become dangerous and spontaneous. Large crowds can both increase anonymity and decrease self-awareness. Together, these two effects increase violent and other deviant behavior.
It is known that the individuation weakens a person's sense of individuality and reduces constraints against bad behavior. Imagine this scenario. An individual alone is totally different from a large group of people.
As the group size increases, there is a high chance of de-individuation. The mob gives way to lynchings, riots, strikes, and wartime atrocities. Crowds give you the opportunity to hide and also allow you to share the blame. Uniforms and masks also help hide your true identity. Even sunglasses can support aggressive attitudes, as they hide the eyes, a very important part of the individual.
This is going to be hard to believe, but this sort of behavior could be inside you as well. Under the right circumstances, you'd end up doing that. Would you yell for someone to jump to their death while tweeting about it and taking photos? Sitting there now, you think there's no way you could do such a thing. But right now, you're an individual with social chains, finding both the darkest evil and the brightest good in your heart.
Halloween is a holiday which encourages people to dress up in costumes and roam around the streets in large groups, the perfect recipe for deindividuation. Deindividuation occurs when people's own sense of individuality is diminished and can result in deviant or antisocial behavior.
Professor Ed Diener used Halloween as an opportunity to research how anonymity, group size, and feelings of responsibility influence people's willingness to steal extra candies. In this classic study, Diener and his colleagues had a woman place a bowl of candies in her living room for trick-or-treaters. An observer was placed out of sight from the children in order to record the behaviors of the trick-or-treaters. In one condition, the woman asked the children identification questions such as where they lived, who their parents were, what their name was, etc. In the other condition, children were completely anonymous. The observer also recorded whether children came individually or in a group. In each condition, the adult invited the children in, claimed she had to grab something in the kitchen, so she had to leave the room, and then instructed each child to take a candy. This is called the candy experiment.
Hey Charlie, it's cold outside. Come in and have a sit.
Okay. Hey, Uncle.
So Charlie, how's your father? Sorry Charlie, I'm running out of candy, so I'm going upstairs to get some. You can have some candy, but just two, okay? Just two.
Okay.
Trick or treat! Oh, hey, who are you? Anyway, just come in and have a sit. Oh, I have some candy left. Okay, thank you. So kid, I'm going to go upstairs and get more candies in case anyone comes. But you can take the candies, but only two, okay? Just two. Okay. Thank you, mister. Thanks for the treat.
Trick or treat.
Oh, hey, who's that? Jai, Ryan, Cindy, Tina, and William. Come on in, I still have some candy left. Thank you. So kids, I'm gonna go upstairs and get more candies because it's running out. You guys can have the candies, but just two for each of you, okay? Just two. And then you guys can leave, okay? Okay. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Uncle Brian. Trick or treat! Oh, hey, who are you kids? Anyway, just come on in and I have some candy left. Thank you, mister! I'm gonna go upstairs and get more candies. Of course, you guys can have them, but just 2 for each of you, okay? Just 2. And then you guys can live, okay? Okay. Bye, Miss Love. Thanks for the candy.
Well, the results came out very clear. The anonymous group condition far outnumbered the other conditions in terms of how many times they took more than 2 pieces of candy each. The anonymous group of children took way more than 2 pieces of each, sometimes even the entire bowl of candies. The anonymous individual and the identified group condition tied for second, taking just more than 2 candies most of the time. The condition which broke the rule the least amount of times was the identified individual condition, which took the least extra candies. As you can see, when the children came individually and were identified, only 8% cheated.
Whatever the judgment on deindividuation, this classic social psychology study does give us 4 specific conditions with different results.
This experiment is a powerful demonstration of what psychologists call deindividuation, when aspects of situations cause people's sense of themselves, including their ethical and moral codes, to recede and allow themselves to be easily influenced by the actions of others. We hope you enjoyed it, and that brings us to an end.
Thank you very much, and remember, don't lose yourselves.